What's up, everybody? Kelp here, and Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you have a great Christmas with your family. So before I do my Christmas Eve festivities, I wanted to make this video around mapping and then a sorceress build that I'm playing that I think is so strong and it's actually cheap to make. So some of the top end sorceress builds are just so hard to make because they're so expensive. But how do we get there? We need a build that's cheaper that could help us map efficiently and effectively. So let's talk about mapping beforehand. So I want to talk about mapping because we want to make sure that we're doing the right things. So when we're going through maps, the idea is to get the best attributes on your map. So these little blue things are what I call attributes. Also, you want to have a lot of different worldly effects. So such as breach, ritual, and this one right here gives you +1 to monster level. So that's a really good map right there. So I would want to juice my towers to give those effects. So you can see like a tower tablet. So after you complete a tower, you could put these little tablets in it. I can't do this one, I already did it, but you'd put it in there. Sorry, can't see it. You'd put it in there and then it would give these effects. So I got one that does 22% number of rare mobs in maps, which I really like. So all the mobs in this circle of, what is this one? This one is, I think it was 10. So it's a huge circle around the map and all of these get this effect. So, or it could be breach, or it could just be +1. It could be increased rare. It could be quantity of monsters, magic monsters, rare monsters. It could be any of those things. So that's important. You want a juiced up map with different features like breach and things like that on there. So then we have to juice up our Waystones. So there's a couple different ways to juice up the Waystones. First, you could just slam like orbs in there and they will like exalted orbs, but there's absolutely better ways because you don't want to get the negative side effects. So you could buy these things called Sinistral Alchemy or Omen of Sinistral Alchemy. So what you do is you right click that and you could get these at the currency exchange right here and use an alchemy orb on a waystone. I only have a tier 13 that's white. They have to be white, so you could buy these again. If you're running out of waystones, you could go on the trade website. I bought like 10 14s for like exalted, and now I was set for a while and I was getting 14s, 15s, and some higher ones. So I'll click it on there and now you can see there's a lot of options on here that make the run much better. So 55 rarity, it also gives me 42 increased magic monsters, 35 increased pack size. Those are all really good things. So they basically give 3 really good things and then there's only one bad thing on here. Who cares? 38 damage is cold. So this is like a beautiful map now. So now I want to juice it even further. Like, this is good. We like this. We want to run this one. All right, so now we want to juice it even further. So what we could do is we could use all these distilled guilt, paranoia, and you can mix and match them. So I'm going to use one right here. So we're going to put one in there. We're going to put one in paranoia. Then you put in the actual waystone and you can see now it's going to increase the number of rare monsters by 15%, which is fantastic. Also, it gives me 12% delirious. That's when the screen gets gray and more monsters pop out. So then let's put a guilt in there. What does that add? 8% pack size. So that's cool too. Let's see what they all do. Let's see what greed does. Rarity of items. We don't have a lot of rarity of items, so we're getting rare mobs. So, and we'll do the last one is number of magic mobs. So let's put those in there. And what we do is we hit instill. So now you can see up in blue, oh my gosh, this thing's crazy. So it's only tier 13, so that's fine. It's going to be 14 because we're going to use it on a map that is a little bit harder. So where to go? Oh, I left it in there. Did I leave it in there? Yeah, you can leave it in there. So you have to open it back up by clicking another one. All right, so now we have this beautiful waystone that is completely juiced. Yeah, it could be better. There's always going to be ways to make it better, but that's because I use the omen, put it on a white waystone. So if you have white ones, you're going to use them on white ones. You could still use on blue. So let's do a blue one real quick so you guys could see what it looks like. Okay, this is good. 74% rarity of items. So let's open up that again. We're going to put this one in here and we're going to put a paranoia in there. And then we're just going to probably put 2 of these. So we got 40% rare or magic monsters. We got 15% rare monsters and then 26% delirious. So we're going to instill that Boom. Now we have 40% magic monsters on there. Look at this. This is another beautiful tier 14, which if I'm doing it in here, it's actually going to be a step up, right? And I already have some buffs from the tower because I did this lost tower. So now I got the buffs from the tower. I got the buffs from the omen. I got the buffs from the distilled, and we're running cool stuff. So we'll run this one together. I also want to show you guys this build, so sweet. So you're going to want to check it out. All right. So I'm excited to try it out, man. I'm excited to try it out. Let's see what happens. The idea with the build is to just stay on your minions, man. Stay on your minions. Let them go up and fight. Oh, look at that. Exalted out the rip. I am using a lot of rarity found, so magic find gear, just to buff the build up a little bit. So these are level 16 guys, so we got to be careful. We got to make sure that we're not running in and just being stupid. Oh, look at that. A divine orb. So beautiful loot right off the gate because we got the rarity. We have 100 rarity. Juice in the maps is what's going to give you the loot, and that's what it is. So 2 good things already, and we're just starting the map. That's exciting. It's like a newer recording right now, so a little harder to see what's going on with the maps looking like this, but you can see the damage on this build, and I swear this is not an expensive build to make. And you can even make the AoE bigger with the passive skill tree, so you can see the circle of damage it does. It's actually pretty big right now. I did invest some points into it, but you can even make it bigger, which I wonder if you could make it like half the screen. That would be so cool. What is going on here? But basically, if I hover over my brutes, those are the guys with the big sledgehammer, they do way more damage. That one-shots them. So if you hover over the brutes, you're gonna one-shot stuff. If you do the mobs on the ground, you could still do the mobs on the ground too, which is nice. So we got a waystone. We want the splinters too. The splinters are actually important. I'll explain those after the video. We'll take a look at the loot we got. I already made my money back tenfold because I used a lot of exalted orbs to buy the omens. So we want to make sure I don't. You could always just back up. You can back up. They're gonna chase you. Let them chase you. We got to be careful. We don't want to get smoked. We're trying to stay alive. It's Christmas. We want presents. Give us some presents, baby. Uncut skill gem. So this is level 16. So we could get 18 or 19 in this run, which I actually would love to see some 19s. So you get higher tier gear. See, I could blow up the ground too, because so my skeleton's not there, but I can still blow up the ground because when the minions die, I could still do that too. So if I don't have my skeletons around where I need them, look at all the rares, guys. More rares. Got a unique now. A bow. It looks cool. It's a cool looking bow. They need to make cool looking staffs and stuff. We don't really have any cool looking staffs. Also, I got 11k energy shield, and that's because of the spirit gem Grim Favor. That helps my tankiness a ton. We got good resist. We have 1 health. That's so we can get the chaos resist. So I think those things I'm picking up too sell for 1 exalt, or 2 of them sell for 1 exalt, and I've already picked up 6 of them. Look at that. Those splinters, those sell for a ton. We got a regal orb now. We're getting all kinds of stuff in this run, guys. This has been a good run so far. So that's good to see. So sometimes I'll take it faster since I'm recording it and talking. It's kind of harder for me to pay attention to both. So this is just the level I feel comfortable. There was an 18. We want to see 19 actually. We haven't got a bunch of 19s yet. We could still get 19 to upgrade our gear. We got a 19 spirit gems. We haven't seen the uncut skill gems, but that was in a tier 17 I did. Because the highest you could make is 15, but you could buff them to 17 and 18. So I also have a slow, so if people get too close to me, this purple circle, you see that purple circle right there? That slows them down. So if they're moving super fast, I could do that, which is helpful. These guys right here, now they're all slow. They ain't gonna come to me. No, I got my 14 back. I always like to try to get, well, this is a 15, but I always try to get 1 back. If I'm running it, I want to get it back. I do pick up Waystones because if I don't even use them, the nice thing is at least I could sell them for a decent amount of gold. So I know this build isn't flying around the map like some of the other ones you probably see, but sometimes you just need to get a decent build that's not going to be too expensive to like build your way up to the build you want to play. I feel like when the game comes out, I'm going to find the cheapest build that's strong that could do endgame, and that build will allow me to farm for the stuff that I want. And I think that would be really cool. We got some mobs here. Kill my minions. I'm trying to aim for my minions. Oh, there's the breach. Should we start the breach? We should probably kill around it first. I like to make sure it's clear before I start the breach, because the breach, see that guy's right there, kill him up, kill these guys, and then we'll start the breach when it's clear. I think that's the best way to do it. We'll start it now. Look at that, another exalted. It's hard to even see. So much loot. We want rares. That's what we really want. There's a rare right there, I think. Come on, dude. Oh, we didn't get him. So that wasn't my best effort. I like an open field, but sometimes I get nervous to die, right? You don't want to die. So, but decent stuff, whatever. Not the best. Is my inventory really full already? Oh my gosh. All right, timeout. We're going back to town. I'll be right back. All right, we're back in it. So we did the breach. We got the delirium. We're getting the loot. You want to pick up the chest? Look at that, ruby charm, nice. We got about 100 to our rarity found. Right there, I wasn't clicking on my minions. That's why my damage wasn't as good. We need to click on the minions to be good. The brutes, the big brutes. That's how the damage pumps in. It looks like we got one more rare left and we're done with this map, which will be good. We were right to, there he is. Another exalted orb. Heck, there's another one. Man, there's a lot of rares, man. We love it. They're spitting poison at us. Leave us alone with the poison. We want those. Those are huge. Oh, this is it. This is the last rare. Map completed. All right, let's go back to town and see what we got. All right, so orbs on this run. This was a pretty juice map. We got 4 regal orbs. We got 3 exalted orbs and a divine orb, which is like 40 exalted. So that was an absolute fantastic run. Juicing the maps to a T. Getting some experience, 71 into 86. So that is what I'm talking about. That's how we want to work it. I will show the gear off a little bit and tell me if you guys want me to do a full video on this build. It works with the witch or the sorc, but I'm just going to show what I have. I don't have anything like crazy OP. Quick tip, buy one of these belts in the trade channel, because in the trade website, because I got 3 charm slots and then I got rarity on them. So you'll want rarity so you can get better items. So you'll want to always go to the well too after you do it, because they will refund. But that's like an extra 40 rarity right there. Then I got rarity on my ring. I got rarity on my gloves, and then I got rarity on my boots as well. So I think Sorc might be one of the best characters to actually do magic find with, because I'm going to call it magic find instead of rarity because I'm used to saying magic find, but because you need less resistance. I don't need to get chaos resist. So that makes it a lot easier to put rarity on, because it is a suffix. Rarity is a suffix on your items. So look at that. The gear, pretty good. Not fantastic, but able to do tier 16, 17 maps pretty easily. I have died. There's definitely times I'm going to die in these maps, but this is what I'm running with. And I guarantee you this costs 3 divines, which isn't terrible. Maybe 3, maybe 4 if that's it. But some of these builds are just like 100 divines. Like the Spark Archmage build is so expensive. So this is what I'm running with. I think it works. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.